How's it going, everybody? Lucas here, back again. Lucas Auto Detailing and Auto Detailing Masterclass. I have a big video for you guys today, okay? So I did a ceramic coating job with one of my very loyal clients who I've had for quite a while, and he got his brand new Range Rover ceramic coated. He literally picked it up from the dealership and then, drove it back to his house. I went over there, coated it, boom. As I'm prepping his vehicle, right, he comes up to me, he's like, hey, I was talking to the guy at the dealership, and I was like, yeah, or he was like, yeah, I'm gonna, get this car coated by one of these local guys. He's gonna come to my house and apply a ceramic coating on the rims, glass, and painted surfaces, okay, painted surfaces. And the guy was like, oh, pretty new dealership here. What if, you give him my card and maybe he can coat some of our Range Rovers and they can sell the ceramic coating service, as an upsell when they're selling a, $100,000 car. I was like, alrighty then, yeah, give me that guy's card. And he actually, after I coated it, obviously I knew this was gonna happen, but he went back to the dealership this morning just for settling up, or there was some feature he was confused about. And brought that guy out there to show him the car, okay? Showed him the work on my car, and I knew that was gonna happen. So as you could probably guess, I went above and beyond. I was going in with some 3500 Mazerna and a detail towel around the emblems. It was that serious, okay? I did a fantastic job. It was flawless. There was no scratch or mar or hologram whatsoever, okay? And this afternoon, whatever, give him a call, give the guy a call at the Land Rover dealership. And he was like, hey, your client can't say enough good things about you. So many good things. He says you're the best in the industry. He actually left me a Google review saying I was the best in the industry. Come on. So probably the warmest cold lead in my entire life. And we're actually on our way right now to the dealership to see what they got going on there, and see if there's some potential to work together. I'm not going to be doing this for pocket change, of course. If he's like, yeah, $400 per car, and we're going to sell it for $2,500, nice fucking try. We're going to see how that goes. But, I'm going to see if they have a setup there for me to arrive at and apply some coatings, do some paint correction. But this could prove very lucrative for me, okay? Definitely, obviously the connection is fantastic, but we're heading over there right now, and I'm going to, after I get there, I'm going to record kind of what happened, and, maybe I can provide some insight on what other dealerships in your area might be after when it comes to these types of services. I don't know if he has a structure in mind or what, but my game plan going into this is you got to kind of think of it as you're selling a ceramic coating to a regular client, okay? Fuck, I actually missed my exit. Sorry, language. I'm so distracted by this video here. I missed my exit. So we're actually gonna take the next exit. But yeah, I'm just gonna, go in there, great attitude, shake his hand. If you don't know how to do a good handshake, there's a bunch of videos online, really important. Yeah, I'm just gonna start, going into the discovery phase. So yeah, obviously, you see the Range Rover that, my client brought in, you see the work. Oh yeah, it's great work, fantastic. It's okay, are you, do you do any protection services right now for new vehicles at all? Or, do you just clean them up nice and send them on their way? Or have they ever looked into selling coatings before? Or have they, looked into applying it themselves? Or what coatings did you have experience with? Have you ever, tried charging, some client for a coating at all? Just going into the discovery phase, asking as many questions as humanly possible is probably the most important thing in this circumstance. And then I can really gauge, what the guy's after, if it's going to be a good fit. And if it is a good fit, I'm probably going to come up with some sort of proposal after the fact and you know, I'm gonna do it up really nice and send over the proposal to his email there. But yeah, I'll update you when I am a bit closer to the dealership, and wish me luck. Okay, wish me luck. Peace out. Alrighty, folks, we are back in action. I just left the dealership and on my way home now. Very nice little meeting. It was pretty good. Basically met the guy. He had a little sidekick with him that didn't say a word the entire time. It's probably just a guy in training or something. They're both in suits, and wow, it was a pretty good situation. So sit down in a room with him. We just talk about, you know, like what they're doing for coatings right now, and it appears that they currently have a guy that they're using for coatings. Okay, they currently have a guy that's coming to their place and installing the coatings. The guy uses big accident up there. The guy uses a 3-year coating. I think it was like Q2 or something. I can't remember. I'll look it up online afterwards. But it's a 3-year coating, and I don't really know what the vibe was. I didn't really want to ask. I just think they have too high of a volume of cars for there just to be one guy doing it. And they do have a detailing guy that pulls up and just does like standard interior exterior detailing, but it's like, come on, it's like dealership detailing level here. So he was like, how much do you charge for standard detailing? I was like, dude, inside outside medium SUV, like $367. And he was like, your mind would be blown if I told you how much our cost is for detailing a car. He was like, $80. And I was like, yeah, just so you know, I'm only in here for the ceramic stuff. There's no way I'm gonna be detailing cars for $80. It's just, and he's like, yeah, totally understand. So on the right track, he gets it. He was asking me questions like if I did virtually, or not even virtually, like literally no paint correction at all on a car, and I just coated it, like how much would that cost? I was thinking, I was like, first of all, don't really want my name attached to these coatings. First of all, like I'm not gonna put like business card. I might put a little business card in there for like mobile services after the fact. But yeah, like obviously I would paint correct every single car, regardless if it was brand new or not. Like even my client yesterday that bought a brand new car, like I had to do basically a full 1-step and a 2-step in some areas, just from like, I don't know, lot damage and like mechanic, I don't know, there's like scratches in some places. Like there's no way I'm not doing that. So we'll see how it goes. I anticipate there's going to be a drastic drop in price from what I usually charge for coatings, but I'm not too pressed. Basically how I'm going to do it is I'm going to break down my exact product cost. I'm a pretty transparent guy, as a lot of you know. So I'm literally going to tell them, okay, this is how much it costs me to provide this service. So they don't want any glass coatings, they don't want any rim coating, they just want painted surface, and yeah, that's pretty much it. No paint correction, just prep the car and apply the coating. Great, I can do that. He's like, how long would that take you? I'd say it'd probably take me, you know, depending on the size of the vehicle, maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Obviously it really depends. But they have a really sick detail bay. It's like nice and enclosed. If I land this client, if I land this dealership, you guys are definitely going to be seeing some content in that detail bay there. Hopefully I can get some good shots for you guys, some good advice. But if I do close this guy, I'll also break down exactly like how much I'm making, if this is worth it for me. Because if I can, you know, do one of these shimmy gym jobs in the morning, quick little coating in the morning, and then pop off and do like 2 interior exteriors. That's like, $1,500 day. But again, we'll see. I'm gonna send over the proposal pretty soon. I might actually hop on my computer and show you guys me crafting the proposal, and some of the life hacks I can give you guys if you are approaching this for a dealership contract angle. But yeah, overall pretty successful, and I have a really good feeling about it. So yeah, fuck it. I'll jump on my computer. I'll show you guys all of the behind the scenes, what I'm charging, and my product costs and everything. Because I think that would be pretty helpful, eh? That would be pretty helpful. And I might include some resources below, like a Google Doc or some sort of slide deck template that you guys can use if you're doing the same thing as I'm about to do. But other than that, I'll see you on the computer. One sec. Okay, so I'm back inside now, sitting at my computer, and I just whipped up a proposal for this dealership. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen here and show you the ins and outs of the offer I've built and what's included, what's not included, some limitations of the service, just to make sure everything is completely transparent with this dealership. And I'm actually gonna make a kind of a link to this template in the description below if you are interested in, copying this exactly. There will be some blank fields that you will have to fill out, and anything that has a blue box on it is sensitive information, and I will not be sharing that with you guys. So yeah, let's get right into the screen share here. I'm gonna flop to scene 3. And this is it. Luxury without limits, protection without compromise. Wow. What a header. I know. Pat myself on the back for that one. Yeah, what we're using here, let's see if that lines up. Yeah, nice. Crystal Serum Light. Not a crazy coating, all right? There's Revivify, there's, Crystal Serum Ultra. I don't care, okay? You can get certified, no problem at all. I love CSL. It is one of my favorite coatings to use. It is so easy to use. 5-year coating. It lasts great. The very first car I ever coated was with CSL with EXO on top. And okay, the CSL EXO combo, superior. It's superior, all right? It's wonderful. But CSL here, relatively cheap. It's a dealership coating. They're not after anything special. And I can just whip through the jobs with CSL. So we have a title page here. Goes down to the service overview, so preserving the integrity of every vehicle from delivery to the open road. And then it goes into a little blurb about kind of their dealership, and every new vehicle on your floor represents a curated expression of heritage-inspired design and cutting-edge engineering. Using CSL, all painted surfaces, hood, roof, doors, fenders, bumpers, and mirrors are professionally prepped and coated to preserve that factory refinement under a durable hydrophobic layer engineered to go the distance. All right, so once again, we're only doing the painted surfaces. Oh my gosh, I messed it up again. No glass, okay? No glass, no rims, no trim, and yeah, coating the car like that. The product, this just goes into some of the features of CSL. So yeah, 9H hardness. We have some advanced hydrophobics, some durability, all-terrain defense, and the presence. So enhanced gloss and depth, of course. And then we also have the prep and application stage. So what I'm actually going to be doing for each one of these vehicles. And it just goes into everything. So think about it like, I understand, okay, foam pre-wash, okay, boom, foam pre-wash. Iron decon makes sense. Hand wash, okay. Clay bar. Think in your head, you're a detailer, right? Clay bar, but no polishing. All right, clay bar, no polishing. Whoa, kind of crazy, right? We'll see what's up with that. I might have a chat with him about that. Again, these are brand new vehicles, fresh off the lot. Will it need much claying? Probably not. On the off chance it does, might introduce some marring in there, okay? I don't think it would, need this every single time. Iron decon is in there. I'm going to be doing obviously surface prep and everything. Afterwards, panel wipe, IPA wipe down, and then CSL and final inspection. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think every single one of these is going to be needed to be clayed. Of course, like if I was doing this for a regular client, I'm doing full chemical decontamination. I'm doing CSL application, or sorry, I'm doing full. If I was to do this for a regular North Van detailing client, of course I'm doing a clay bar. I'm doing a full clay bar on every inch of the glass and painted surfaces just to make sure there's no contamination whatsoever. And then I'm doing the iron fallout, and then I'm going to do at least a one-step polish to remove any marring, holograms, anything like that. For example, that I mentioned earlier, when I had my initial client that referred me to these guys, fresh off the lot, literally drove it from point A to point B, had to clay it. Afterwards, there was like definitely imperfections on the paint, not just from the like clay bar. Of course, there might be like some marring in some places. I did polish it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But like for example, it was a Range Rover, so Range Rover badge, and then on the hood of the car, and then right underneath the Range Rover badge, there was a bunch of like scuff marks, almost like a mechanic wearing a glove that had dirt on it, like constantly closed the hood. Like brand new car. If that was on my car, I would be pissed. I would be pissed if I was getting that from the dealership. So I'm kind of in my brain, I'm like, okay, there's my standards, all right? And then there's the dealership standards and what they want to pay for. Okay? I'm not going to be tying my name to this. I'm not going to be like, hey, North End Detailing coded your car at XYZ dealership. It just doesn't make sense for me to do that, because if I was actually, charging the regular price, doing the service in someone's garage, there would be no stone left unturned. Everything would be immaculate, and that's kind of the reputation that I give off. So I'm making it very clear in the next section, which is the investment. So one transparent, I'm sorry, not the next section, but the section after this. But this is the investment. So how much is this going to cost them? And just a little summary, they wanted one price for every single size vehicle, whether it's their smallest SUV or their largest SUV, one price for everything. That price is $425 for no paint correction, just wash, surface prep, application. Okay, so painted surfaces only, full prep, CSL, no paint correction. Coverage, all painted panels. Applies to, and then it lists some of their like smaller model to largest model. And then invoicing is per unit completed. I'll send them an invoice. Say, for example, I did 3 coatings in one day. I would send them an invoice for that day for 3 coatings. Make sense? Makes sense. And there's a little photo of me in there. And then scope and service terms. All right. This is just, highlighting exactly what's happening. No paint correction, painted surfaces only. Pre-existing imperfections are preserved, not hidden. I'm being very clear about that. So if there is something going on, it's not my problem. All right, you're paying a discounted rate. You want no polishing, you're getting no polishing. And then the curing window, don't wash it for 7 days. Post application to allow full cure. Rain exposure within the first 24 hours should be avoided where possible. I don't think they're gonna obey this. Like they're probably gonna, I'll coat the car. It's gonna sit overnight, and then the next day, if someone buys it, it's going. Oh, I just got a new comment or something. Nice. But yeah, that's just that. Curing window, of course, and then ongoing maintenance. So it just touches on like how to actually maintain this vehicle, like pH neutral soap, no automatic car washes, and yeah, boom. And then moving forward, this is kind of like, okay, what's next? Ready to begin. We agreed potentially Wednesday, April 1st. Haha, April Fools. Haha, haha. But yeah, 9 a.m. would be ideal if they agree to that price point. Establish a reoccurring schedule. So we agree on a consistent day and time. I work independently within your detailing bay. Pretty sick setup there. with no disruption to your team. Vehicles returned ready for delivery. Simple service agreement as well, so a clean one-page agreement covering scope, pricing, and payment terms built around the same clarity and integrity that defines every interaction on your floor. And then ready to move forward, reach out to me. Pretty simple proposal here, folks. If you want this, it'll be in the description below. I'm going to send this off to him, and maybe I'll put in the top comment if I close this guy at, let's see here, pardon me, 425. Because if you think about it, this guy is working at a car dealership, right? All day long, he has people haggling with him on price for cars. There's no shot he's not going to come back and be like, do it for 200 or something like that. Like, and I'm gonna probably stick. Honestly, I shot it a little high. I think $400 would be fair. 425 is just like room to negotiate, I guess. But yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna be very stiff around this. Like, I wouldn't do it for $300. I'll tell you that. But it's gonna be fast jobs. This might take me 2 to 3 hours, and I'm gonna be whipping through it. So yeah, it is what it is. Average. I'm trying to average for about $100 an hour or more. Obviously, coating cost, towels, iron remover is kind of expensive. Like, think about it. Okay. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want this, again, in the description below, like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to learn stuff like this a little closer and work with me and Henry from Rinse Lab, there will be a link to book a call below. You can chat with me about your business, and maybe we can help you out. I don't know if we can, but maybe we can. Lots of guys in there. So yeah, have a wonderful evening, folks. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.